Hello Virgo, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux, I believe is how you say that, by Ciro Marchetti. Website for Ciro, usgamesinc.com. Of course, if you're interested, just go ahead, freeze frame wherever you need to for whatever information you would like. Support of Oracle Cards, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle Cards by Colette Baron Reed. I thought she had a website with her name, but I'm not seeing it on here. But there's a couple websites right there if you want to freeze frame. I do really think, though, if you search out the name of her cards and her name, or vice versa, her full name, I'm pretty sure you'll find her website. I could be wrong. I keep thinking there is one, though. But anyway, what do we have for Virgo? Okay. This is very good for you. Let's see what we're dealing with. This is like good energy for Virgo, like standard, like this is how we want it working out energy. What is that? Okay, going a little bit farther. The big picture, angelic help at the bottom. The Eagle King. Which could have a lot to do with communication at this point, but I feel like with the Eagle King, when we start off with this, yeah, communication is obviously a part of it, but action is necessary. I think you're unsticking something. Because I'm getting like the Two of Swords, but like you're evolving into the Two of Pentacles. Okay, we gotta wait for that. Earth likes things done reliably. Virgo, your Earth, you, Capricorn, Taurus. We're not showing up here just to get. We're not showing up here just for fun. We're showing up to get something done and to make sense and to last the test of time. Like you put your effort into something, not just willy-nilly. You expect it to make sense and to like, okay, I did that, and I can look back on that, and I'm happy I did. Even if it's like you're looking back and you're like, I created a memory, a very important memory. I spent the time on somebody who means a lot to me. And usually I'm noticing, and I could be wrong, you could tell me if I'm wrong, there's some type of memento or photo or something like where you can look back and remember things. Sometimes people hold on to receipts or just little souvenirs. It doesn't even have to be monetary value. Like it could be like you just saw a rock and this rock is important to you because it's weirdly shaped and it reminds you of that moment. And it could be like, I feel like you guys do that. Let me know if I'm wrong. Because it's like the value to you, not the value to anybody else. It's the value to you, I think is what we're trying to get to. You're good at unsticking an issue because you're like, well, this isn't moving. All right, well, let me look at it. Let me think about it. Where could it go? What could move it? What could budget? If we can't make it move, can we work around it? Can we make it work for us? Okay, maybe it's not going to move, but maybe we could use it to our advantage. A little thought process going in here. You can help somebody. It's almost like I'm wondering if whatever the problem is isn't going to change, but you're like, well, if it's not going to change, we should at least try to make it work to our advantage. How can we work with this and at least make it the best it could be? Somebody wants this block to go away, and I feel like you're kind of looking at it differently, kind of like, well, I don't know if that's going to go away, but maybe this could go better. Especially when you got the Shadow Queen here. I'm an intuitive reader, but what I'm getting is like other people don't like it at first, but you're kind of like, you know what, this isn't going to change, not anytime soon, but you know what we could do with it. And people don't like it. At first, they don't like it. They're like, you're accepting this. You're just like, you're thinking this is okay? Like, what's wrong with you, Virgo? And it's kind of like you have to step back and go, listen, I didn't say anything was okay. I said we got to work with it. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to get this to, like, it's like you're trying to work with the block. Like, yeah, there's a wall here, but we could hang stuff on it. And we could play ball on it. We could bounce the ball off of it. We could do stuff with this. I feel like you're kind of like, I'm not just going to accept that that's just there and I have to be like, oh, it sucks. Like, I'm not going to accept that. Let's use it to our advantage. If it's going to be there, let's use it to our advantage. People are giving you a hard time about this. I feel like what you're going for makes sense though. Kind of like, if it's going to be here, while it has to be here, let's just use it to our advantage. People are not. It seems like they're getting bent out of shape. Like, you're accepting this. You should not be accepting this. This is not okay. And you keep coming back with, like, it's not about accepting it. It's about making the best of something that I can't remove. It reminds me of, like, certain people when they use makeup. And they take certain features that they don't care for, but then they accentuate them a certain way. Kind of like, maybe it doesn't look good to begin with, but then they accent it a certain way, and it's actually like one of their favorite features down the road, because they're like, because I have this feature, and I can mix it and make it, and other people don't like it, but I like it when I'm able to move things around and change it the way I want it to be. It's kind of like perception. It's very much perception, actually. You're kind of like, hey, it's there. This is how it is, but I've decided to not let it ruin the situation. I'm going to do the best I can with it. There's a lot of like back and forth with this. People are just, they don't seem to be on board. It's a struggle. And I feel like slow and steady wins the race. Strength is here with the Ace of Pentacles. You're trying to bring forward this Ace of Pentacles. Kind of like, and I feel like you have to keep reiterating, while it's there, we should enjoy it for as much as we can. I'm not saying it's a situation that was meant to be enjoyed, but if there's something we can make go better, let's do that. Oh my gosh, it goes on and on. People are like, no. They're centering on what they don't like. They keep centering on what they don't like versus what could go well. You're having a hard time with this. And they want this, it's the Six of Cups, but I'm getting they want it to be something else. They're like, I want it to be like it was before that wall was there. I want it to go back to before the problem. I think that's what it is. Because it's like, it's a little bit like it's almost like a fantasy feel, but the Six of Cups is not really fantasy. That'd be more the Seven of Cups. But I do get like this fantasy feel, like they want to go back to what it was like before this issue was happening. So I've got like a little quasi energy going in with that. And they're having a hard time letting go of it. Don't back down. I feel like, will you get somebody will kind of, like, if you just keep moving forward and you just if you just enjoy it for the best you can for you, you just keep moving forward slowly, you will get some support at some point. You can even move forward quietly as much as you have to, kind of like, other people don't want to like it, fine. I have to work with this. I just can't accept that this is going to be the worst case scenario. I got to make it the best I can, and you're going to do the best you can with it, and I get that. You might be working with it in secret, kind of like, I'll just keep it to myself, but I'm going to make it work to my advantage. I mean, it's the best I can do with it. I think other people will come in. Is that the Four of Swords? It's the Three of Swords. Struggle. Fairness, balance, the Tower, spiral dance. Do what's best for you, obviously. I feel like that's obvious, but definitely do what's best for you. Other people they just might not get on board with this. I feel like you're doing it well. You're doing it the way you should. Like, I feel like you shouldn't feel bad about making the best out of a bad situation. There's just a weird attitude towards it, like, there's a weird attitude towards it. And this might be a very negative pattern for somebody, and they make it more negative. There's nothing you can do for that. If somebody decides that they're just like, this isn't right, they got this Tower card, they might get even more upset when they see you making the best of it. It seems like this is a toxic behavior with somebody else. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's kind of like, instead of making the best out of a bad situation, they just keep making it worse, and they keep making it harder on themselves and the people around them. I don't see any sense in it. I can't seem to make sense of it. I don't know why. It just kind of swirls. There also seems to be people who are in the middle. Somebody's like, it's like somebody's just really, I feel like that's that Six of Cups, Seven of Cups energy, even though it's only the Six of Cups showing up, but it feels like it's like somebody's really, like, they're living in a fantasy as if they can go back to the way it was, and it can't go there, and they don't want to let go of that, and they almost feel like if they accept things as they are, if they make the best of them, that's a version of accepting things the way they are, that it can never go back to the way it was. The thing is, it can't go back to the way it was. It really can't anyway. But that's kind of like, that's the best I can come to, is like, it's almost like they can't go back to the way things were if they accept what things are now. Even though it can't go back to the way it was. It's not really making sense. There's people stuck in the center trying to help. There's people who want to move forward and accept it and make the best of it, versus they don't want to abandon this other energy and they want to help this other energy. So there's people stuck in the middle. The Three of Swords with the Three of Cups is like people are trying to make this work out. There's compassion here, the Lady of Compassion. Let them do, whoever that is, let them do that. Whoever wants, let them do that. Whoever, let them. I don't know who they are, but that energy that pulls down, I feel like that could be very toxic for you. Let other people handle that. Let other people handle it. Because I feel like it could become very damaging for you for some reason. Because you're going in a better direction. You got the Queen of Wands. You know what you want. Things are getting better. It's almost like you're pulling this energy up and you're trying to evolve it out. You might even be successfully removing this block. But the energy that doesn't want to accept that, it's kind of like by removing that block, you have to accept that the past is done and we're not going back to the past. In reality, that's true. You're not going back to the past. It's not going to happen again. It's kind of like trying to go back to your childhood. You're not going to go back to when you were 10 and have your friends and be able to hang out all night and just eat popcorn and watch movies and have no responsibilities in life anymore. It's not going to really happen. And it's like they want to go back to that. And you're like, that's completely unrealistic. I have responsibilities now. I can't do that anymore. And I know too much about the world. I mean, it's just not going to work. You might be removing this block slowly, which also makes this person even more upset because, again, they want to go back to the past. It's not attainable. I see what it is. I mean, that's the best I can tell you. I feel like it's there. They're saying just let other people take care of that. I feel like that's the biggest message here. Let other people handle that, because it just seems to be more poisonous for you and making things harder for you. You're going to try to rationalize something that's not rational. I think you're going to try to rationalize something or try to like make sense of something that doesn't make sense. If that makes, and it's just going to run you into the ground. It's going to put you in this negative spiral. Let other people handle it. Just do your thing. Let other people do it is what I'm getting. Because that's the thing about Earth too. All three Earth signs, I would say this. You try to stabilize things and like let's make sense of it. And if you have somebody who's just not in the realm of reality, there's nothing you can do with that. Okay, we good? Good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.